There are a few things in life that you do because you know that they're God-driven. And really all you have to do is show up in your space. And a lot of people came together and showed up in their space to lift something that has become miraculous. Hi, my name is Missy Wilson Larson, and I am so honored to be part of SafeUT.
I'm Lillian Sosi Jensen. I'm a retired educator. I am one of the original members of the SafeUT Commission. Very honored and proud to have been a part of this initial process and rollout to schools K through 12.
Hi, I'm Ross Van Veranken. I'm very proud to have been a part of the initiation and the creation of the SafeUT app.
At the beginning of 2014, I had just started at the Attorney General's office with the brand new Attorney General Reyes. And one of the things that sat on my desk was a piece of paper that was actually a solution in Colorado for those in the Columbine type problems to be able to tip into the Attorney General's office. Senator Thatcher and Representative Ellison from both the state Senate and the state House got together and we ran a bill for, actually the first year was just a commission. And we pulled together a commission to be able to come up with these incredible solutions of what we could do to curtail teen suicide within the state of Utah, and also have a way to respond to threats, whether those be drug threats, gun threats, whatever those might be. And so SafeUT really came out of that first commission. And as we got going in that, the state started to see that this would work and leaned in heavily with funding. And the need is incredible. We've been able to do incredible things in 10 years.
Now, it's interesting going back. We started doing the suicide hotline and the one line and mobile outreach teams and receiving center stuff in 2011. And the state did not have a suicide prevention line. They used Arizona. And very few people called it. One of the things that happened, and this is part of the early discussions with Senator Thatcher, is we had very few adolescents or kids that would call the line. And we became very aware that students don't call. They don't want to call and talk to a stranger. And so kind of the native language of that whole young generation is texting, social media. And that's what really speared on the kind of concept of developing an app.
SafeUT was so necessary for a couple of reasons. First of all, there are two pieces that SafeUT supports. One is the individual support that is needed through the chat lines. If somebody is in crisis, they can reach out. It is a one-on-one interaction. But then you also have a tip line. And so this pulls together two tools that were so critical.
You know, as I look back and remembering those first initial years and those stages of how we rolled this out to our schools, it was a heavy lift in the beginning and a lot of work. And so I really want to do a shout out to those educators who started this work and that commitment of saying yes.
Yeah.
They really paved the way for our students to have this support through the SafeUT app. Everyone was so committed to making this work and saving lives. That's why it's successful.
I'm so proud and appreciative of our clinicians on the back end. This is difficult, the training, the skill level. There are nuances to doing this that you really have to have a lot of skill to do this well. Our people do it so well. And it wouldn't work if you didn't have clinicians on the back end.
One thing I wanted to say is that SafeUT is more than an app.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a tool. It is a lifesaver. And in some ways, there's no words beyond this is more than an app. It's bigger than all of us here.
This would have never worked without the coordination and partnership between the university, SafeUT, the legislature, the school system, law enforcement, everybody coming together be willing to kind of work on this to make this work. And so Utah's unique that way.
My heart swells for those who have found a way to keep living, to get to a place where they can thrive.